This is the employer's voice.
Exclusionary race-based tendering. That is what government is proposing in its new draft public procurement regulations. Race, and only race, will now decide who does business with the state. Forget price, forget capability, forget quality, just race. Any company that wants state work must first pass new mandatory racial pre-qualification requirements. This is not redress. This is economic exclusion. Here are the facts. The Public Procurement Act was signed in July 2024. This is not yet in force. It is being challenged in court. That has not stopped government. In April, National Treasury published draft regulations under the Act for comment. This episode deals with only one category, contracts below 20 million rand. Different race-based rules apply to bigger contracts. Under this proposal, those contracts are set aside for companies that are 100% owned by previously disadvantaged persons. In other words, black people. White male-owned businesses, even partly white male-owned businesses, are completely excluded. Here is the absurdity. A company that is 90% black-owned does not qualify. It is not black enough. A firm that followed every BEE code for 2 decades may not qualify. So a firm loses work not for what it does, but who owns it. The regulation is built to exclude. That is the purpose, not an oversight. So what does this mean on the ground? The pool of companies allowed to bid shrinks sharply. Fewer bidders mean less competition. Less competition means higher prices and worse services. The taxpayer pays for both. You already see it. Roads that are not fixed. Water that does not run. Clinics without supplies. This makes it worse. A black-owned business that built capacity with skilled partners is now punished for those partnerships. The message to business owners is blunt. Choose your partners by race or lose the work. Capable firms with a record of delivery are locked out, not because they failed, because of the race of their owners. The race of owners decides who works. NIASA rejects this outright. Here is why. First, it is almost certainly unlawful. Our courts have already ruled that government cannot disqualify a tender purely on race. These rules do exactly that. Secondly, they rest on an act that is not enforced and is being challenged at the Constitutional Court. Third, it helps no one. Not the taxpayer who pays more for less, not the unemployed who needs growth, not a shrinking economy, not even the people it claims to empower. Empowerment on paper, poverty in practice. This is not empowerment. This is a tax on doing business with the state, and it invites fronting. When race is the only key to the door, people fake ownership to get through it. Government have built a fraud machine. Real participation is built by growth, skills, and firms that deliver, not by shutting capable people out because of their scheme. The only procurement system that makes sense chases value for money and service delivery, not race. This draft is a signal. It shows exactly where government wants to take procurement, deeper into BEE, not out of it. This is not a problem for white business only. This is a problem for anyone who believes the state should buy the best at the best price. If you do state work or supply anyone who does, this affects you. You cannot just sit it out. I'm Gerard Papenfuss, and this is the Employer's Voice.